Because we don't talk about the parents enough. No one does.
Hi guys, it's your girl KTV, and I am back with Ethan. And today we got to talk all about All American. That being said, let's get this video started. That being said, Billy Baker.
Yes.
I love Billy Baker
Yeah,
a lot.
I love him a
I
lot.
love him. I
Yeah.
support him.
Everything he does, except for the affair, of course, but like the effort that he's trying to make. I think we have a I love him and Jordan's relationship. Like whenever, because it's clear to see that Jordan and Laura's relationship just ain't there, but that father and son relationship, I love and I respect
That's
it.
interesting.
Is it? Because I think you see more of Laura and what's her face? Olivia together. Because I think I love the moment where Laura was clapping back at her opponent. That's
And like girl
Yeah,
power.
yeah,
I did like
love
that. That
I
was
love
really
that.
strong.
And then Jordan and Billy Baker had the moment where he got someone pregnant, and it's just like the humility comes out. You love to see it. Yeah, yeah, I love it.
But that's a whole other thing with my personal feelings towards Jordan. But we'll go back to that. But I just love Billy a lot.
I respect him a lot. So he, I'm getting confused. He quit the beginning of the season, and then he came back because Cliff came back?
No. Who? Billy? He quit the first time. It was the when everything was happening with the affair. Because he left the letter on his desk, and then Jordan was in his office and took it. Because he was going to resign then and go spend time with his father.
Yeah.
And then after the second time he quit, because he was like, I'm not going to be your puppet anymore, to the boosters and all that stuff.
Who are the boosters?
They're the people at the party. Remember the beginning? When he's like, which tie should I wear? Like, this is really big.
Because I hear their name being mentioned like throughout the season. I feel like we need a little bit more backstory on them. Or just like need to know the characters because it's interesting. I don't know who they are.
I mean,
I don't even remember seeing their faces.
Like, Cliff is the head booster.
Rochelle.
Go away.
So I feel like this is one of those shows where you can't replace Billy Baker, you can't replace Laura, you can't replace anybody.
What do you mean?
Like if you just can't, like if one of them were to quit or something, I feel like the whole show would just be kaput.
Are you saying like actors wise?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't like the show is very well
Yeah.
cast. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfectly cast.
Yeah, like you can't
Like
replace
there's no one.
them.
Yeah, there's no one that I'm just like they should find somebody else.
Can we talk about Laura and her strength? I love how she's keeping it together, but I don't like when she takes. I think the relationship and dynamic between Laura and Billy as parents is really, really good because Laura is more like the encouraging one, where Billy is more the disciplined one. And we see that when Jordan and JJ gets in trouble at the shop, which is so stupid. I couldn't stand Jordan at the beginning of the season. Oh my gosh.
I
he
don't
was
like
just so
Jordan.
stubborn. Really?
I don't think I like Jordan.
How come?
And I feel like I don't like it. I definitely don't like JJ.
Oh no, JJ,
JJ's
get him out of here.
He's very annoying.
He's very like your
And
average
Tim
high
James,
school.
comedic relief, but he's not
Yeah.
funny. Because of how heavy the show is, I don't, and this sounds kind of dark, I guess, I don't find comedic relief in JJ. You know what I mean? Like, he's there like, let's just party, guys! And I'm
Yeah.
like, no! Everyone's got a conflict but you.
Yeah.
No! You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he's
literally.
just like...
But I like that when he comes in, it's appropriate. It's not like he's all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like he's
every
just like,
scene.
hi, I'm comedic relief. Like,
Yeah. He's appropriate
Yeah.
when his time is.
But Jordan, I don't know. I guess because in a way I don't like, and this is stupid for me to not like this because it's appropriate, but he gives off kind of like little brother vibes.
Really?
In like a weird way, because it's just like, I just feel bad for Jordan. It's not that I don't like him, but I just feel bad, and I don't like watching his process of trying to fit in. Because you know what I mean? Like, once Spencer came into the picture, like, it was over for Jordan. You know, like, Billy has all his time with Spencer. And not saying that he ignores Jordan, but you can just tell, like, stuff like that. Or when they went to see UCLA, like, or even when they, what was it? The Jamboree. When they got to be picked and everything. Like, it was just kind of like, there's so many examples that I'm about to list off. Also, like, when he was working with, is his name Willie, the father? Billy's father? What's his father's name?
I don't really know. But I know you're talking about
yeah,
that.
his father. And he was like, and Jordan was like, do you think I'm good enough? And he was like, no. You know, he wasn't so blunt. But it was just like, after that moment, it was just kind of like, he was just kind of tagging along behind everybody else. And it's also just interesting because it's like, it's interesting to see everyone's different take on, like, stepping it up. Like, you can just, he's written very well as, like, my dad's the coach. And he lives in that, he's been living in that bubble the whole time right now, and that's what's annoying, is because I see his bubble of, like, because even, like, Asher fell behind, got kicked off, got back. Even though he was using steroids, he was still pushing himself and working. Like, you see everybody else, like, working to be here, and he was off, and, like, he was off with JJ partying. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're not even the best on this team, and you should be the best on this team. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, I'm number one QB, like, oh, all these picks. And then when he didn't get picked, he was just like, I need training. Like, it was just like, I can't stand it. Like, it's just, like, annoying to me sometimes.
That's why I didn't like him the beginning. He was like, yo, whenever he was talking to somebody, he was like, yo, we're the Eagles. Like, we just want to say championships. You know who you're talking to? Stuff like that. Very pride and ego and just stubborn. But I think now that I'm putting some thought into it, we see him growing up out of his dad's bubble. Or bubble that he put himself in. How do I word this? Because now you see him start to be like his own, not his own role model, but like a role model for somebody else. I don't really know what I'm trying to say.
He's
I just like, it's just, I like how Simone came in the picture about a baby, and then his, like, a flip switch.
Because he got time to reflect on himself for himself and about who he really is. And, like, once that transition happened, I like Jordan off the field. But it was just like, when he's on the field, it was like you said, I'm number one, we're number one, like, what? We don't have to do anything. And it's like, your whole team is working their butt off. But you. Because you're
literally
the best on the team. And I'm just like...
What if he quits because of that, though?
If he quits the team?
Because, like, he's finding himself outside of football, and he actually enjoys, which is crazy enough, he actually enjoys taking care of Simone and the baby.
I mean, I wouldn't be, like, upset about it.
Me neither, and that's the sad
because
part.
That's... Oh.
That is, like...
Because, I mean, that's the... And because he was telling Olivia, he was like, I got into football to be closer to dad.
Yeah.
He didn't... That, to me, came off as, I don't even want to play this sport.
Yeah.
Which shows by his commitment on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like,
okay.
I would not be... I mean, I think that'd be nice to see...
Him just... That's what I'm trying to say. Like, off the field, when he told his dad, like...
What position does Darnell play?
I don't know. QB. Offense, defense?
I just wonder, with where this story is going... Well, also... I guess I envision Crenshaw and Beverly's teams emerging.
Coming together?
Yeah.
That's a team?
Or something like that.
That would be a mess.
Or like mixed players, because they don't have a coach. The Eagles don't have a coach anymore. Or something like that.
Cliff ain't gonna be it. Oh no. Oh God, no.
Can you imagine?
I can't. That would be a disaster for them.
Or I guess not that he's emerging, but I'm just like... I could see Jordan. I don't know. That was kind of a stupid theory. It made sense in my head because at first it made sense in my head because I was like, I forgot that Billy left, and I was like, oh, Darnell can take Jordan's spot, and then Jordan can go do something else, and that'd be cool character development.
Yeah.
I forgot that they're all now.
Wouldn't it be funny if Darnell did go to Beverly, and then because Spencer's already in Crenshaw. Right? Wait. Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, and he's also rated in like the what's it like number one? Like what's that list?
58 something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though.
Like,
the best
he's
football
also
player in the country.
Yeah, like he's also on that list, so it's like it's not like he's just some random kid.
Yeah.
That wants to play.
Right.
Like I can see that,
Switch.
and they're not gonna be on a team together. I just wonder.
I don't. You know that one guy, Darnell's friend. I don't know his name. I never know his
Chris?
name. No, not Chris. The other one.
Cam?
Whenever. Is his name? He's a boy. He plays football at Crenshaw. Whenever there was.
Mean?
Yeah.
I think it's Cam.
He looked like a Cam.
Was his name like Cameron or something?
I don't know. I'm telling you, like, I don't know his name.
Because Chris is the friend.
Yeah, Chris is the one that's injured and broke up with Olivia.
Yeah. I think his name is Cam or Cameron.
He was
And
annoying.
if it's not, it'll come up right here.
He was annoying. But I appreciate his character because, like, you see him humble. Like,
Who?
Cameron.
Hmm.
When, I don't know, maybe not humble, but just, like, about football. I don't know. Like, I see him about football, but he's also just an annoying character, always picking fights.
That's why I didn't like Darnell at first. The first
Really?
second we met him because
Yeah.
he was hanging out with Cameron, and so
Mhm.
Cameron comes off as all tough and you're not from here no more and like
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Darnell was like, yeah, like
Yeah.
Darnell was like tag teaming him, and then like that's what when he was away from him, that's when I started to appreciate him more.
I'm sorry. I think if Darnell, that would be so interesting to see if Darnell switched spots with Spencer and Spencer stays at Crenshaw. Man, that would be a whole mess. But I don't see Spencer staying in Crenshaw for long though. I think he's gotten so used to Beverly, or maybe I got used to Beverly. Him just like going to Beverly. That's annoying. But like, I would like to see some roles switch, Lucky, just to see how it plays out. Ugh.
I will
think there's a
admit,
lot on
I
Crenshaw.
have looked up the real person, so I can only say so much about schools.
You trying to keep your mouth shut? Oh my god.
That's why I'm not saying anything because I know what school he graduated from.
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Why would I tell you?
You could tell me that.
It's either Beverly or Crenshaw.
Beverly didn't. I mean, Crenshaw. He graduated from Crenshaw. Anyways.
Is that your guess? You can guess what you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
You can
He
look it
graduated
up.
from Crenshaw. Period. He stayed. I don't like. So going back to season 1, this go way back. I don't like how he was just back and forth, back and forth. Spencer, back and forth, like trying to protect. This is like a little comment, but he was back and forth, always trying to protect Coop, and he always had something going on with himself, but he wouldn't take care of it. I'm just like, you're back and forth between.
Two worlds.
Yeah. I get the transition, but it was just annoying. Let's see. Can we talk about Chris?
Yeah.
I don't really know what to like say about Chris. Would you see him and Olivia getting back together? I think they made that pretty clear. Like, no, they're not gonna get back together. It would be weird now.
Because they kind of just died off.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, he's been in recovery. She's been living her life in Beverly. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah, we're done here.
Yeah.
I can see them being friends.
Mhm. What about Spencer and Kia?
I love them
Yeah.
until I love them. I like the minute they went roller skating,
Yeah.
and he was like, "We haven't done that since our first date." I was like, "Oh my god, please let them be married!"
Yeah.
I love them. But I will say, her and Darnell setting up the rallies and everything together, I like their dynamic too.
Mhm.
So that's also something interesting.
I can see.
Like, I would not mind if Darnell, because like I said
Yeah.
before, Darnell and Spencer to me are the same.
People.
Yeah, in two different places, which is gonna be interesting when they're gonna be in the same space.
Yeah, that's why.
But I
said
think
Chris
they're
was
gonna get along because
Yeah.
they're like brothers to each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's not like rivalry or anything. But I like them together because they make more sense together.
Darnell and Kia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like Spencer and Kia, I don't see Spencer going out with anybody at this point. Not even Layla. I think he's just good solo dolo.
I mean, especially since he's probably gonna be back in the hospital.
Yeah. But just like how the show's going, I just don't see it for him anymore. I don't see it.
I don't know. I feel like Layla's still by his side.
Yeah.
So I feel like even if he's single, it's still that like energy of like, he's single but he has taken energy.
Right.
Especially with what Layla's going through. Like they're so emotionally like bound to each other right now. I can't see them being like the same as like the other. Like here, like when they were like split and then back together. Like there's so much weight on them right now.
I really want to see how this other season's gonna play out. I really want to know, but she already knows because she.
I don't know how this season's gonna play out. I just know what school he graduated from in real life.
But you said that you. Didn't you say that you didn't want to reveal spoilers because you looked up what happened in his real life, and so that's gonna determine what's gonna happen in the third season?
Yes, but I meant it more so as like how it ends for him, like from what school. Because we were talking about schools. That's what I want to talk about, but I don't know any spoilers.
I really want to see because
it all depends on where we pick up from. Like, are we picking up in the summer, or are we picking up first day of school, senior year? Like where?
Can we talk about Layla's dad? I like him. I think he's one of those busy dad. Like there's something about him that's like not off, but it's like I want to like you, but something is just. It's just something about him. Not really much to talk about him because I wish we would have known him more. But the scenes that we just saw him in were just with him and Layla, like talking about the mom, just depression. It was just like, can we talk about something else? In my opinion, he was just boring. He was boring. That's what I want to say. He was just boring. Like, please. I don't. I like how Layla went on the search to find out the truth about her mom. That was a powerful scene where Layla almost in the car. That was powerful. And that's something to think about too, like parents commit. She was just depressed. I'm sorry, like I'm getting deep into it now. It's sad. It really is. And
I'm laughing at your not the topic.
That's why I say I appreciate these parental problems in each main character. Layla, Spencer, Asher, Jordan being a parent. That made me so mad.
Speaking of parents, Simone's parents.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't like Coop's mom.
Huh?
I kind of didn't like Coop's mom, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I am a Christian, so like, I totally understand where she's coming from. But then it's like that. I'm trying to choose my words. Not contradiction, but also like, I can't accept you, but I'm supposed to love everyone. Yeah. It's like, what does that really mean?
Yeah.
Which is a whole other topic that we won't talk about in this video. But that's where I was just like, that's where I was like kind of conflicted, because I was like, she's your daughter. Like, accept her and love her. That's my stand on that.
Yeah.
But Simone's parents, she's always been an independent woman. Oh, shut up! Like.
And she was like, you have to abort the baby or you can't come home.
And the parents, when she was like, well, Mom, guys, I'm pregnant.
You know what? They're so irrelevant, I don't even pay attention to their scenes.
Like,
I haven't even gotten into it yet.
So stiff. I could not stand.
Yeah. You're funny. You're so funny. Can we talk about Coop's mom real quick? Or Coop's parents? Because I think that if, let's say, Coop's parents didn't accept her, it would have been too much.
They didn't.
They did.
They kicked her out.
No, they didn't. The first season they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Aren't we talking about both seasons?
No. Well, not at this point.
Oh.
Not at this point. So yeah, she did get kicked out.
Yeah.
But I like in season 2 how they, like, she's learning to accept Coop. I like that a lot. Because, now me too. It's bad. It's so bad. That's why I really appreciate her presence at Olivia's Cotillion, where Patience and Coop had broken up. And Coop was like, first of all, I'm going to talk about that breakup. Coop was just doing too much. But first, I like how supportive her mom was
Yeah.
in that moment. Like,
Oh,
she was
when
like,
she got her the outfit that wasn't a dress. When she got her the suit.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I was like, yes, mom. We stand, mom. Can we talk about Coop's and Patience breakup? It was so.
What was the friend, Luna?
Yeah. I think
know.
that wasn't really. Go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about Luna. Oh my gosh, my nose is just so bad.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about Luna because in a way I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know if Patience should have brought up her ex, but at the same time with how obsessed Luna was with Patience still, like I don't know, I just kind of feel like that should have been a conversation had just because like there were pictures of her all over her Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that'd have been something where it's just like because that conflict was awkward. And she's right. She's like, I don't control her Instagram. She's absolutely right with that, but at the same time I feel like she should have at some point been like,
yo, like you need to take this down.
yeah, or like tell Coop like, oh, I just got out of a relationship. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how these conversations work. I've never been in a relationship, so like I don't you know what I mean? Like I don't know if you're like, so have you previously been with somebody? But like at the same time it's just like because of how obsessed she still was, for her to pop up
out of nowhere. Like
and Luna! Like this is your ex.
Yeah.
Like you know
but
what
I feel
mean?
like Patience is that type of person that will that has boundaries. She wouldn't let Luna get in between them. I think Coop was just being overreactive. I think it was Coop's reaction that made Patience want to talk to Luna even more because it's like you're stressing her out over a girlfriend or over an ex. Like just because you saw her at a coffee shop, there's nothing wrong with catching up. But like, first of all, how did she even end up at the cotillion? Did she get invited?
Luna?
Yeah. That's weird, right? Now that I think about it, she was just there. She just popped up. Like,
yeah,
hey,
she's like, I love your outfit.
Yeah.
Coop was like, you love your outfit.
Yeah.
And she was like, because that part was to me was funny. Because Patience was like, she's like, what was I supposed to say back? Coop was like, nothing, like I did.
Yeah.
I was like,
Coop. Can we take a moment? Well, I love Patience. I know you don't really like Patience, but after let me see. I think it was after Patience found out that Coop didn't tell her about JP. She kind of went off to venture for her own music thing. I appreciate that for her. I like that. Yeah, because it's like, girl, go do you. Like, period. I love that.
I do get that because it's like, that was pretty shady. Because it's like, I've been given a big opportunity and you didn't even tell me.
Yeah.
That was really low. But at the same time, I don't know. I just don't like Patience.
What is it about her?
I don't know.
I freaking love Patience. I love her character.
There's nothing exciting to her.
Really?
I don't. She's just like not exciting.
Not exciting?
She's just very. Like, does she have any conflict?
That's probably why they made her drop the gun in the river, in the lake, whatever.
I mean, that was really good. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. That was a true, strong moment. But like,
we don't see her any of her her home life. All we see her is with Coop, basically. Yeah.
And it's her talking to Spencer, like, get your girl.
But I think this next season we get to see more of her, and I can't wait because I love Patience. I've liked her since the jump.
I don't hate her.
Oh my gosh! So this is a really important life question.
I feel like I'm on an interview. Whose channel is this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I'm
Really?
just like, yes. AQ's entertaining, but I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Can we talk about Simone saving Coach Baker's job? Because remember when Coach Baker was at the hospital and Simone, I don't know how she got word, but she knew that Cliff was gonna arrange a meeting. Cause like her mom works at the board or something, and then she went to
Simone
Jordan's
did
house.
that?
Yeah, Simone. Right? That's why I'm like, can we appreciate Simone real quick?
Yes.
Because it wasn't for her.
I love her.
Yeah. I
She's
don't like her that she
strategic.
lied. Yeah, I don't like how she lied, but I like her because of that. the only reason why I like her.
The reason she lied was kind of creepy. Like, I understand it, but it's just like, I don't know. More so her line delivery that was like, I just saw your loving family. I knew you would take care of me. Was
I
just like,
her reason, though.
I mean, her reason was good, but it's the line delivery that was just like, it gave a feeling of invasive.
Yeah. Ooh, what does that mean?
Like invasive, like you're like invading.
Like this man's family life in a way. Okay.
Like it just felt like not stalker, but also like I've just
stalker.
Yeah, like it's
Stalker's
just very
a good
like
word. Yeah.
I've been watching you guys.
Yeah.
I just love
Stalker's
that your
very
mother
appropriate.
and father are so supportive of you and your sister,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought you could do that for me. Like it was just very like
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
But it was just kind of like that. That's where I was just like, ooh.
Yeah. Stalker is a really good word. You are good with words.
Thank you.
Can we talk about Preach and Coop's conversation after Coop did that performance? After she basically got scammed, did a performance with Patience. And, no, she didn't do the performance with Patience. It was a battle. And the guy that was hosting the battle,
Well, he
like,
just
really
put her
roasted
on
her.
because
Yeah.
Layla was hyping him up with all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I've been going first all night, you can go first.
Yeah.
And he just put her
Like, in her place.
deep in the hole.
I wouldn't even combat that. I wouldn't know what to say. I'd
She
be too
didn't.
much to
She
say.
lost. She forfeited the battle.
Right. But, like, first of all,
He didn't have to go that hard.
he didn't. And it's people like him that makes me think, okay, you had enough for this girl. Like, you
Really had
did
to
not
have her.
freestyle that. You did not.
Right.
You did
That was
Get it out of
pull
here.
the scripts.
Yeah.
Take the plot points.
Not freestyle.
But it was also very
because
nosy.
you could tell, yeah, you could tell.
You know what I mean? Like, you're so obsessed with me, you can pull
Yeah.
all that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Off dome.
I'm telling you, it wasn't
And be
freestyled.
rhythmically correct.
It wasn't freestyled.
He has something in the
He's
back
such
of
a
the cue
fraud.
card.
He's such a fraud. Which actually about Layla, the prize. I want to talk about. That's what I meant when I said that Spencer was overprotective of Layla, because when she was putting out the prize when she put out the money, she was like, how about $1,500? Okay, $2,000. And then Spencer was like, no, put this back. And then Lily was like, okay, it's my money, I do what I want. I was like, you better tell him what to do, period. In that moment, I didn't like Spencer for that.
I like Spencer for that.
I did.
Because I thought she was being stupid.
Yes, but
and
at the
then
same
look who
time.
got it.
No, he didn't get it.
He won.
But he didn't get it. He didn't get studio time. Studio time? He didn't get studio time, and he didn't get the money.
Good.
Well, I don't know about the money, but he didn't get studio time. Because remember, he ran into her at the shop with Coop. And Layla was like, you really thought that was, like, I was going to let that happen? It was savage.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But still, I thought that was stupid of her.
I thought that was pretty cool. But she was like, okay, it's my money, I do what I want. I was like, girl, you better tell him.
Her fierceness and independence was good. But what she was doing was stupid.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the final topic. Off. Ooh, my eye. Preach and Coop's conversation about Coop telling her to keep her options open. Remember when after she got roasted basically, and Preach came up to her and said, you got to keep your options open because this is good or whatever, but you need a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what I want to talk about as college students, like, we're very, at least for me personally, I'm very plan A all the way. Like, I don't
believe in plan B.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, do you think us as young as we are and as determined as we are, do you think it's appropriate for us to have a plan B because anything can happen?
No.
Or is it very like we know what we want, we're gonna go after it, and that's all.
I am very like, you can probably feel my energy being so serious. And this is probably a flaw of mine, but I'm very straight. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm very, like I said, career driven and goal driven. Like I'm going into this college process. Like, when I get out of college, like, my whole life is like checklist of milestones of things I can get done. And I just don't. Like, I just cannot handle when people are like, you might want to have a plan plan B
Yeah.
option. Like, no.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you go in with a plan B, because like my mom told me, she was like, you can be good at one thing or mediocre at everything. And I'm like, I would not want to divide. You know what I mean? Because like, think about if Spencer spent half his time studying math. You know what I mean? Like, he of course wouldn't be as good as he was in football, because like half his time is going to math. So you're average at both. You know, like, and yes, it's possible to be good at two things, but it's at the same time, it's like, I would rather, if I was in Spencer's shoes, like, career, and then it's like, well, what if everything goes to shambles? I'd rather hit restart in the game of life and be like, okay, what's my new goal? You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's had like dreams of like when I was younger, I wanted to be an engineer. That was like my dream. Like, I was like, I'm going to this school. I want to go to Akron, and I wanted to study engineering. Like, that was what I wanted to do with my whole life. I'm totally comfortable with not doing that anymore. Like, please don't make me do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so yes, I've been doing theater the whole time, but that wasn't like plan B. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not dividing my attention. Like, I just feel like plan Bs will stop you every single time.
Yeah.
It's a cop out.
I think I'm not the type of person that'll have plan B. I'm very like,
I will make up plan B.
Yeah.
But that will be the new plan A.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more of a I'm more of a jump out the plane, grow my wings on the way down type of person. Like, I'm very like head first, dive in 3 feet type of person. I will, cause I don't like having plan Bs. I feel like having I don't even know what I think about plan Bs. I just know I'm not the type of person. I know, cause I'm the type of person that would, like, I'm going after this. I said I wanted this. I'm gonna go get it. And that kind of relates to how I am, like, in the arts. I don't want to limit myself to just photography. I want to do photography, music, acting, like all of this. And so when people tell me, oh, you just want to focus on one thing? No, I'm not going to focus on one thing, because I'm just going to, like, no, I'm going to do all of this, because these are things that I want to do in life. So I hope I'm answering the question, my own question, I guess. But, like,
I feel like plan B is saying, I don't trust myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if I have a driven mindset. Like, if I'm like, I will do this.
Yeah.
Most likely, I will do this.
Yeah.
But then for me to create a plan B for myself is like, okay, but Caleb, you don't make it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
and I feel like plan B sticks in the back of your head. Like,
it ruins your subconscious mind.
Yeah. For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Because anything that can go wrong with plan A the first time is like, okay. It kind of minimizes,
because
like,
you've mentally resolved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, in a way.
It's like if I moved out of town and then I'm like, okay, like, I'm going to college. And it's like, if I go to college with a mindset of, well, I can always just come back home if it gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to get hard. But it's fine, because I'll go back home.
Yeah.
And so most likely, my solution is to go back home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it'll always be resolved in your mind, so
Mhm.
you'll never have to figure it out. And that's how you end up with your plan B.
Yeah.
Plan B
And
is
that's
just plan A in disguise.
Period. Because when my grandma told me, like, to keep my options open for college, and I was just like, no, I'm not keeping my options open. I'm going here, and I'm gonna go see it. And if I don't like it, then I'm gonna restart, like you said. I would rather restart too.
Which
and,
I will say, like, I did make that mistake of, like, I really wanted to go to this one school, and I was like, I will do anything and everything to go. But then I'm not going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, after a while, it's like, I'm just gonna restart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like,
But I'd rather restart than, because I feel like restarting, that's like rehumbling yourself. Like, okay, that didn't work. This plan didn't work. These stats didn't work. Let's see what over here has to offer.
I feel like I'm too embarrassed to have a plan B. But I am open. Because I remember when I started the college process, people were like, well, Kayla, think about this, you know. But also, plan B landed me in the situation I'm in now. Because the school I'm going to was a plan B, just in case.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
That's what, because Coop in the show, she was like, I'm not having no plan B. I know what I want. Music
And I
is
totally
my
agree with
thing.
that.
Me too. I was like, Coop, you better tell him. Because it's just something about plan Bs. When people say, oh, you gotta have a plan B. No, I'm not having no plan B. Get out of here. What you talking about, a plan B? I know what I want. Plan A is my plan.
That's how it comes out to me. Is like, if someone tells me, oh, look at your options, or plan B, I feel like you don't believe in me.
Yeah.
Which makes you work harder.
Let me see if there's anything else in this question. I think
we like overanalyze that.
No, we didn't. Because our generation doesn't. I feel like we don't believe in plan Bs, and I think that that's okay. Because if we're we're a different generation than our parents, we know exactly what we want. And we're going to go after that by any means necessary, and it works out. That's my thought. I'm not having a plan B for whatever I want to do.
I feel like also our generation isn't into settling.
Down.
Or like, we're into settling down. Like, I feel like we will. You know, like, I mean, like, I feel like we're not going to be a generation that, like, doesn't have kids and doesn't get married and everyone's independent and alone.
Exactly.
But I feel like we're a generation that it's like, this is something my mom and I have talked about. Like, it's like, we're not like, I'm going to go into a stable career and I'm going to work here for 40 years.
Yeah,
and my life's going to be great.
No,
like, we're like, okay, first I'm going to intern here and then I'm going to go here and then I'm going to go out of the country for a couple of months and then I'm going to come back and do this and then I'm going to do this and then by this point I'll have a kid and then I'll do this and this. Like, we're just very like, we have obviously we have more sense of urgency in our lives, but we move on, I feel like, faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like, at least for me, my game of life is like, how much stuff can I get done?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like more people are like, like you said, if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. And I feel like that's caused, like, I feel like we're more people of like, if I want to work at this place for a couple years, I'll work here. Like, if I want to work at the mall, I'll work at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna stay at the mall. You know, like, I want to do something. We're all about doing something new.
Yeah. And I respect that. Because that just means new experiences and no plan Bs. In my opinion,
We're just all like shifting around.
Yeah, and we're just trying to figure out what works for us. That's all.
We just want to have
once
fun.
we find, say it again. I love having fun.
Fun. That's all I'm like. That for me, I'm just like, I just don't want to get bored at my job.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't see how people can work at a corporation. This is turning into a whole separate video. We need to come back and talk about this because our generation is I feel like we don't get the credit. Like, we're all like because I hear it a lot. My parents say, oh, your generation don't know nothing, da, 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 da. Okay, but we also
are miserable.
Yeah.
Waiting to retire.
I think at that point we can end the video because she just said something. Thank you for watching this. You know, you can do the closing because you really just go ahead.
When you grow, you glow. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye.